Okay, we're going to take this little, what is it, about 3/16 rod and lay it across the top of the inside of the handle that rotates, and then weld that into place, and that'll give us our lock for the door. So turn on the welder. Get ourselves a ground. Helmet. And so basically I'm just going to kind of lay it in here and do a fast tap. Give it a chance to heat up a little bit. And let that heat kind of soak out a little bit. And this is kind of a preheating system here. The Nick quick get it done preheating. Come around the back side. That's going to give us our strength. And we're probably at a place where we could actually go ahead and just bend it a little bit. Just so it doesn't jam up against there full on. No, I don't think it's got enough. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay, so, ouch, heated up. Now, you can see that the handle controls the latch. Of course, it's too long, so we're going to take the torch and cut it off. And at the same time, I want to round off the top there, so I'm going to cut it and just give it a little bit of an extra heat once it's cut, and let it kind of melt over to make a let's see what they can do here. I'll just heat it up just a little bit. And there we've got a door. Now the plan is that the door kind of sits back just a little bit so that you can come in and just do it part way and get a good airflow in there to really get that fire going. Then once the fire goes, you close it up and it shuts pretty much down. In fact, without putting two holes in the bottom of this, the fire literally shuts completely down. So it's a pretty good deal. Excuse me. So we got 8 more of those. Okay, we're at the last few steps of putting together this wood stove project. And the last piece, or not the last piece, but one of the last pieces is taking this piece of 10 gauge material, putting it inside of here as a buffer so that the heat doesn't blow through the bottom of the stove, and also it gives a little bit of a flat space to put wood on and get the fire started and that sort of thing. So basically I'm going to come in and throw just a couple of 1-inch beads in each corner of that. But before I do that, I want to make sure that I'm level, because this is one of those places where if everything kind of lines up, it looks pretty good, and if it doesn't line up, it looks like, bullpucky. So I got it leveled. I'll hook up my ground. We'll fire up the old MIG welder, let's put a mask on. And we're off to the races. Let's see here. Nothing real exotic, but enough to give us a little buffer. Okay, so then our door is all complete, or mostly complete. Make sure that it opens and closes, and this one doesn't. Oh, wait, no, it does. We just have to, uh-oh, it might be a little snug here. I don't like that. There we go. Now, that's good. So, door opens and closes, no sweat. We put it on the front here. That's pretty good. We make sure we level this part here. And that looks pretty level. And do one little final check for level. That looks great. And as far as I can tell, oh no, I forgot. We've got to drill a couple holes right in the center here. And six and a quarter, so that'd be 3 1/8 to the center, and then we'll come out, oh, I'd say a 1/2 inch for each one. Looks pretty good. And again, this is not super accurate. We're just pretty much eyeballing it. Now we'll take this over to the drill press and drill a couple holes. Come along. All right, pretty straight shot here. Just a couple of fast holes, and that's what we got. There we go. And basically these holes are, because this thing is so tight air-wise, needs just a little bit of air to allow the wood to burn. Otherwise it just sits there and smolders until it goes out. Okay, we're going to just chamfer these holes a little bit, just so nobody cuts themselves on a raw edge. That should be good. Nice and smooth. Yep. Alright, now we go back over and weld this thing in place. Okay, we've got We got the whole thing set up here. Let's make sure we're nice and level. Looks good. Ah, come on. Nope, we're off. Happens pretty much every time. That looks good. So, a little bit of welding. We're going to put just a couple of tack welds here, here, and here, and that's going to hold that door in place. Let's see, get the welder out. We got our ground hooked up. All we need to do is run a bead. Now we got the bead in place, I can kind of tap the rest of this door. Okay. Ouch! That's what I get for putting my hand on hot metal. Okay, so now we've got that, and we need to put this little door stop in. Otherwise the door goes all the way down, and I like it just to go part way down so you can set things on it later on. So, put our door stop right there. Got a little gunge in there, and you just torch it right off. Bit too high. you, this one wants to fight me, that's for sure. There we go. I think we got a finished stove. Now we just got to do a couple more little things, no big deal. And one is I want to drill 3 holes in this collar so that when a person puts the stovepipe in, they've got some place to screw to. And that's just going to take a few minutes. Go. There's number 2. Number 3, let me go in and countersink those. Smooth everybody right off. And we have ourselves a stove. Now the one thing I want to do is go in, just kind of hit it with a wire wheel just a little bit, just to kind of clean up any rough edges and that sort of thing. Okay, Nick Collier here, another completed job, and we're off to finish the rest of the 8 of them. Actually, they're already done, and I think because I've pretty much sold every one that I've made, I'm going to have to make another 8. So, darn, I love doing this. So, and this time I changed the hinge, which made it a lot easier to do it, and also made it look nicer too, because the old hinge brought everything way out, and there was a big gap between the door and the frame. I think next time I'm going to go ahead and figure out a different system for the nuts, like maybe even to machine something so it would have a nice finish there, because that's not quite the finish I'm looking for. But hey, here we go. This one's already sold, and I'm waiting for the woman to come pick it up. I think I'm happy. Let's turn on a real light. Get a little bit more light in here. How's that look? That's better. Let me step over here. Okay, this is Nick Collier. The Woodstove project is complete, at least this 8 pieces that I did, and in fact, this is the only one left. They're all gone, so this one, I have just a little bit of time left before she wants me to ship it to her someplace in Southern California. And I thought maybe what we'd do is we'd go ahead and build ourselves a fire in this little baby. Now, it hasn't got much of a smokestack, maybe you can see that high, but it really doesn't matter. I've built fires before like this, and just a little dinky amount of paper, and actually that's way too much paper. Let's take some out. Let's really get austere here, like just that amount of paper. And a little bit of softwood, and I'm using redwood here, of course not brand new redwood, little scraps that I got laying around. We got just a little bit here. We'll fire up a match if we can get it to fire up. No, of course we can't. Come on. There we go. Crank up the and then the genius of this, or the beauty of this, not that I'm a genius, is that when you close the door, the air gets sucked right in on top of the fire. And let's see if we can bring you in so you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, just a little bit. And what'll happen is the air coming right down on top of that fire will get that thing going really well. And of course, not this time. Oh, no, we got a little bit of fire going. We'll just leave it go. All right, maybe I didn't do enough paper. And I was trying to be really cool about it. Let's put another wad of paper in there and do this up again. All right. Yeah, now we got a little bit of a blaze going. You can kind of hear it in there. Let's bring you in again, just in case this one works. Yeah, I think it's going to work. So we've got just a little bit of a blaze going in there, just enough to get that wood started. And we'll take you back here and bring you down so we can see it. Ah, yes, look at that. Oh man, isn't that cute? Throw a couple more pieces of wood in on top of all of that mess. And if you look up, you see that the smokestack is smoking. Look at that. It's fun when these things go off. All right, we got ourselves a little fire going right there. See how it kind of slows down when I open the door? And it pretty much speeds up when I close the door. Let's put another little piece of wood in. And a little piece of oak, just for fun. And we got ourselves a fire. It's actually warm already to the touch. And I'm not, I kind of set it up so that you can have the door open and watch the fire, in your little trailer or your little room. I love watching fires. Okay, so we're going to back up here a little bit. We're going to take a picture of this. The wood stove project is finished. We've done 8 of them. This is the last one, and it's going to kind of sit around for a little while because the woman's not quite ready for it yet. It was such a successful project that I think I'm probably going to do it again. And let's spin you around here, and you'll see that I have 11 more barrels to work with. And then, of course, that's it. But, it's fine. There's some other projects coming down the line. We've got a punch project that's pretty interesting. We've got handles for a cabinet that I'm making, and a couple of jewelry projects that are going to be pretty interesting too. So, hey, stick around, check in with me on a regular basis, and we'll bring up some new stuff as we go. This is Nick Collier, signing out.